Hi all, welcome back. Fields of Fire. The Normandy campaign, this is mission 3, St. George de Parc Defensive. This is my part 11. This is the second combat patrol out of 3 with 1st platoon. And just coming back after fixing some stuff in part 10 there. Once we found out some information regarding the jam results, so and my blundering off, forgetting about the limited visibility modifier when I carried out one of the combat segments. Anyway, right, so I think we're back on track. The situation, I had to make a slight that was right, I did check, that's how many points that I had left. First platoon, all the rest are just at their max anyway, so when I draw cards for them, I'm just going to draw the card just for the sake of it, but they're not going to do anything with the commands. No, Grant, your XO, you've got your XO back. Right, sorry, got distracted there. Now, I remember taking the points away for him. I'm going to have to look back in the footage now. I want to say I had 2, I think, but I'm going to have to double check, hang on. Okay, it's slightly better than I thought. It was 3 commands he had. So I'm putting them back as well. So yeah, basically the only relevant things we're drawing commands for 1st platoon and the XO. Okay, so when we're starting turn 6. Yeah. So let's just get going with a friendly higher HQ event. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And we get 1. Right. So on a 10, let's see, get on here. Right, so on a 10, we get a 5, which is trouble in the flank, no forward movement allowed this turn. Well, that's fine, again. I've had that one a few times, haven't we? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we've got as far forward as we can go, to be honest. It's still a little unclear if, say, we've got a potential contact marker here, causes a potential contact marker on it. Right, I know there's mines in this card, so we're not likely to, but because it's a card with a contact marker on it, is that considered moving forward by moving into that? I mean, I don't think so. It doesn't feel like it. No forward movement. And I'm talking about moving one of these units across. I mean, it's, yes, moving from here to here maybe, but again, that's debatable as well, because we've got units up on that row. So I'm not. Now hang on. Now did I not get a reply from Andrew with that one? Oh, I can't remember now. I'm not going to go back and look. Anyway, it doesn't affect us here, so we'll leave it at that. If it comes up in the future again, I'll maybe go and look for Andrew's reply to that. I don't know if it was a question. I think it was a question I posted on BGG actually, so it should be easily found if I need to find it. Right, so nothing doing there with the HQ event. Friendly command phase. Right, so for the COHQ, like I say, I'm just going to draw a card and not do anything with it. Actually, no, I'm going to do one thing with it. The COHQ can't move, but what I'm going to do, he drew, right, he's undercover. Hang on, is our activity level still the same? Engaged, I've got. Yeah, 2 occupied cards with VOFs on it, so it is engaged. And not that's relevant to this. Right, so the COHQ would be drawn, you would get a 5, you would get +1 for veteran, +1 for being undercover, so you would get 7 commands. But I'm just going to use one of the commands and then save whatever. You can save 6, can't you? And just what I'm going to do is create a casualty collection point. I mean, I could have done this at any point, and it might be irrelevant anyway, but the fact that... Oh, hang on, Grant. No, let's not do that. Because the XO can create a casualty collection point, and we've got him with us. Oh, I'm also forgetting we don't have a casualty anymore, do we? Because that was the casualty through the XO, but we don't actually have that just now. Right, scrap that thought. I can do it later, and we'd be better doing it with the XO, because he's going to, you know, I'd be able to do it on this card here maybe, or something, where it's closer to the action rather than away down here. Right, okay, forget about that thought. So, moving on with initiative. In the initiative segment, I'm going to just draw cards for second. Yeah, second still can't do anything, can it? Yeah, so draw a card for second, and we're just going to save what he gets, and then draw a card for third. Right, and then first platoon. We've got 2 commands saved. He's here. He's not undercover, he's line, so it's an unmodified small number, remember? 2, that'll do. So a 2 plus the 2 that he had is 4. That's pretty good. That'll do anyway. So I'm trying to think what I done before. Yeah, what I actually think I done was... a platoon moved up to here, and then I think I fired a bazooka, I think, because my platoon move and the heavy machine gun I've got in the mortar section, they're both going to be exposed and unable to take part in combat this turn because they're exposed. Yeah, pretty sure that's still what I'm going to do, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to use... because we do need to take care of this still, if we're going to hold this card without any danger, you know. Problem is, I'm going to find bazookas. There's 3 targets in there, 2 fire teams and an assault team. I suppose the assault team not so much a concern because it can only fire point blank. But right, I'm going to spend 2 of my commands anyway to we're going to platoon move under this cover. Alright, so that goes 2 commands. All of the top guys are exposed. This squad down the bottom's not exposed. But they're all under cover. Yeah. That doesn't matter. I mean, if we fire a bazooka at one of the fire teams, the other fire team's still going to be firing anyway. Well, the fact that they're all pinned, well, they might do something in the activity though. I don't mind quite so much when it's all pinned fire, but if one of them unpins, well, maybe I should still fire the bazooka then. Actually, I'll probably take that point off. I have. Right, I'm going to rub that out. Right, so I think I will use a bazooka attempt to grenade attack on the fire team on the left then, I suppose. Yeah. You think, well, you're not really needing your ammunition, Grant. It's not a biggie. So I'm going to use 1 command for that. And let me put that one again. It's warm in here today. Right, so bazooka attack, so grenade attack on that guy. And unfortunately that bazooka's line, isn't it? First weapons bazooka is a line, yeah. So only a 2-card draw for this. Right, looking for the grenade. That's a no. And that's a no as well. We do have one other command. We could spend. Yeah, we could spend that. We've only spent 3. I suppose we probably do. Remember, you've got an XO back, but the fact he's pinned. Yeah, I think I will. I think I will exhort at them. So that's me spent 4, nothing to save. Yeah, and draw one more card for a grenade. I fail. All 3 had a burst on it. No grenades. I think all 3 did, didn't they? Yeah, all 3 were bursts. Okay, well that was a bit of a waste of commands, but well, never mind. Can't do nothing about it. Right. So then over to our staff impulse. First sergeant would get 1, but he's only just going to save it. XO, however, will get 1. Hang on, the XO is pinned. What happens there? Indeed, what does happen there? Yeah, I don't think nothing happens with that. I'm just wondering. I think if we were drawing a card, I want to say, yeah, see. If you were drawing a card, look, you would get -1 for being pinned. But we're not drawing a card in this impulse. This is the CO staff impulse. Select the CO staff not activated in 3.3.1. Give it 1 command. Yeah. So that's what I'm doing. I'm giving it 1 command. That's it. Okay. Right, well he's got 4 commands, but I mean he's got to try and unpin himself before he can do anything else. Yeah, so he's going to spend 1 of the 4 to attempt to unpin himself. Now he is veteran. Yeah. So he gets 2 cards +1 for being veteran. 1, 2, 3. Right, here we go. Looking for rally. There we go. Yeah, plenty of rally there. So that does take his pin marker off. Now, what else can we do then? Well, possibly concentrate fire, maybe. We've only got the 1 squad, so, and we're under cover. Tempted to move the XO away, maybe? I had thought about that when I was looking back on things, and I thought I could have moved him out of the fire. Yeah, possibly. Well, I think I will still concentrate fire. And that's going to be on a random though, isn't it? The concentrate fire, isn't it? Yeah. We might end up hitting the assault team there, and then that's not what we want. We don't really care about it. Well, let's do that first. We might get a general initiative to be able to concentrate fire again. Right, let's do that first. So the XO's going to spend 1 more command. So that's him down to 2. He spent 2. He's got 2 left to give an order for this squad to concentrate fire. Which is the recipient. He's 2-1 squad. I think he is veteran, isn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he's the one that had the rifle grenade. Yeah. So that's a veteran attempt. However, we've got to randomise between these 3 units now. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. We don't really want a 2. Well, we don't want a 2. So out of 3, we get a 2. Difficult. Right. So we attempt to concentrate fire on the assault team. Sadly. Concentrate fire is a 2-card draw, but he's veteran, so he gets +1. So here we go, looking for crosshairs. That's no, yes, okay. But it's kind of not really what we wanted, was it? So that's going on the assault team. It's got 2 commands left. Well, if they stay pinned, what are we looking at? +2 for that, +2 for the moon, that's +4, +6. Yeah, I mean, you're probably safe. Now, if they were to unpin one of the fire teams, we would then be looking at +2, +4, a +3. Yeah, which is still reasonably good. I just think I might want to keep the XO there in case we can do more concentrate fire. If I move him away, it means that this guy's running under his general his general initiative hopes. Although you have brought first platoon up here, so I'll take a chance. I'd rather keep the 2 commands as well. So I'm going to save the other 2 commands for the XO. Right. So now John for general initiative impulse, and this is a small number, unmodified, but it will be well. That doesn't seem to sound right when you say that. It's half rounded down, but it's not modified in the first place. Is what I mean. Right, that's going to be nothing then. So that sucks. Because I would have liked to have had at least 1 concentrated fire attempt, or maybe even another bazooka attempt. Oh, sorry, have we got a grenade miss, Grant? Yeah. Get a grenade miss. Yeah, that's quite important. That's not so bad at all. Because, I mean, we do spend the ammo and it's been fired, it's just missed. Okay. Right, moving on then. To defensive, the enemy higher HQ event segment. Is that right? Are we there? Any changes to be made with the when that's happened? No, because they're exposed. Yeah, all just the same. Yeah, right. So looking for an enemy higher HQ event. There is not one. Right. So activity. So we've got 3 units. They're all pinned. So again, I'll go 1, 2, 3 to find out which one's doing their thing first. It's a 2 again, so it's the assault team that's pinned. He's got concentrate fire on him. Not that has any effect at the moment, but so on the pin chart, so I think they are pinned, not undercover, I think. Yeah. So pin not undercover. There's this one here. Right, so I'm drawing on a 5. You get a 1. That's no action, isn't it? Pin not undercover, no action. Right. So moving on. Well, between the 2 assault fire teams, the one at the top left's a 1, and the bottom one's a 2. We get a 2. So this is the one on the bottom. Again, pinned. Not undercover on a 5. We get a 3. Maybe a rally attempt. That's what I don't want. Pin not undercover. No, it's move into or seek cover. Well, that's good, I think, because that exposes him to if he succeeds. And if he doesn't, then it doesn't mean he does nothing. So move into or seek cover. Yeah. So he's green. This is assault team on the bottom, eh? Yeah. So he's the 5 team on the bottom. I mean, so he's green. There's no cover there, so he's going to try and seek cover. I blundered with this before. I was just about to consider drawing just one card there. But that's not... Well, actually, I think it will be one card, because it's a 2-card draw to seek cover. I just feel like the last time I'd done this, that I did not consider the card draw on the card, and I just took it. You know, most of the commands, most of the actions require a 2-card draw, and then you modify it. You know, this is one that doesn't, because it counts the cards on the actual, you know, whatever you're on. And I've just got this feeling about doing it. You know what? I think that might have been in the bit that I've just cut out. Okay, so it's a 2-card draw, but it's still going to be modified, isn't it? So attempt to seek cover. Yeah, it's that number, and then it's modified by the fact the unit's green. It is going to just be a 1-card draw. Okay, so a 1-card draw for him. Looking for cover. Does not get it. So he doesn't become exposed, doesn't do anything. So, and then we've got the last unit, the last fire team, on a 5 pin, not under cover. That's a 1 as well, so that's no action as well. So that's good. Pin not under cover, no action. Right. Yeah, because I didn't really want any of them rallying and spoiling this VOF here. So that's fine. I'm happy with that. Right, moving on. That was activity. Capture segment, right, there's nothing doing there. Retreat segment, nothing doing there. Fire mission update, nothing there. Right, potential contact evaluation, no. Maybe spotted a blunder here. I haven't put this back because I moved something down on this card in the previous bit of footage that I've now deleted. I think it was this assault team comes down, and what I actually done was move this squad down because I need to be able to I need to have a unit in these root points to fully benefit from the points. But I'm not seeing a PC marker here. And I'm pretty sure there should be one. There should be one, yeah. I've took it away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a B and a C and randomise them. Just decide between one or the other. That is right, isn't it? Yeah, I think so, because I think I moved it because I came down and resolved it. Right, so there's the replacement for that. Yeah, because I wouldn't have been in that card because we went up through root point. Right, just stop the video there. I'm trying to mess with the zoom again. Went up through root point 1 to there, and I actually came back that way as well. That assault team came from there because I still didn't feel 100% comfortable with just crossing across once we had reached there. Although I kind of feel like that'd been okay. And then we've not come back down there yet. So, but there's no PC markers to resolve yet. We don't have a friendly unit on that at the moment. So yeah, none of that to do then. So pin recovery, is there anything pinned that's not under VOF? No, there is not. Combat effects. Right, so let's do combat on our guys first then. So I'm bringing up the moon for the moment, just to remind me. So let's do the squad first then. He's on the left. So +2 there. +2 for the moon is 4. +1 for the cover, which I kind of forgot about as well. Actually, that's 5. And then the fire is all pinned. So that's actually +7. And it only goes up to +6. So we should be alright, unless we get the worst card ever, I think. Right, so +7. So +6, you can see it goes up to his mass. So he's alright. And then the EXO is the same, +7. Yeah. So here we go. Right, so +6 is best he can go, so he gets a pin result. Aye. Okay. Well, he's still around, whereas I thought he was a goner, to be honest, so... Right, and then put that up beside these guys now. That's our guys done. So I'll just go left to right, top to bottom again. So the fire team up the top, nothing for the open fields, +1 for being pinned, +2 for the moon. So I'm sitting at a +3, and then we've got a -1 for the grenade and a -1 for the crossfire. So that's still a +1 for him, isn't it? Remember, the concentrate fire's on the assault team. So a +1 for the fire team on the left. Is a miss. Yeah. So he's now going to be not pinned. And then we'll do the assault team now. He's the one with the concentrate fire. So 0, +2, +3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so he's on a 0. That's a miss. Dear me. Right, so he's out of pinned status as well. So just the other fire team, well, he's going to be a +1 as well. And that's a miss as well. How about that? 3 good cards for them there. So nothing left pinned. I'll move that back. Yeah, no, it's a good result for them. I think ammo's going to be an issue for them though now, isn't it? So now we update ammo. Well, I'm pretty sure assault teams can't. But the thing is, the assault team wasn't firing this turn anyway, but I don't think we try ammo for that. I'm pretty sure that's right. So we've got they both have 1 ammo and they're both going to fire, so they're both now out of ammo. So do I mark them out of ammo? I think so. Yeah, because they've not got something on their other side that tells them. So I think this fire team and this fire team are now both out of ammo. And that come the enemy activity check, they'll try and do something about that, won't they? No, actually. No, that's only for A with the arrow. Oh, I don't know then. They can't do nothing. Yeah, I'm just looking at. Sorry, hang on. I'm just looking at the enemy defensive activity check, and the ones that discuss ammo are the ones with the A with the arrow. Sorry, it's that one there, isn't it? Maybe just have a look up out of ammo, just in case something different happens with them then. That's what I want there. This is page 67.18.2 out of ammo units. And this last bit here, enemy units that are flipped to their weapons team's side due to being out of ammo may try to leave the map. And I think that's the instruction where well, I don't know, that one says with an out of ammo marker. So whereas that says flip to their weapons team side. Enemy units that are flipped to their weapons team side due to being out of ammo. I'm a bit confused by that word in there. Does that make sense there? So let's just say we have a heavy machine gun here, which is a weapons team. Flipped. So it's flipped to its fire team side. Is that maybe what that should be saying there? Enemy units are flipped to the fire team side due to being out of ammo. May try to leave the map. But however, it's the next bit that's relevant to our guys here. It says those marked with out of ammo markers will continue to fight with their new VOF. So I think that's what happens. Yeah, I'm not sure about the whole weapons team bit, because even the activity check there is here. So it does suggest that they would want to fall back, but that's if they're marked with an out of ammo marker. Okay, I'm not quite sure about that one. Let me look at 8.11.1. Yeah, and maybe we'll find out. This will be maybe a bit clearer. This is on page 67, enemy ammunition and out of ammo enemy units. Well, let's have a wee glance at this then. Handle out ammo enemy units as follows. If a weapons unit, so an machine gun, which is one of the things that I just showed you, mortar, rocket launcher, recoilless rifle, etc., runs out of ammunition and is a one-step unit, and its fire team side has an S or AS VOF. Let's get this guy back out again. So if I flip him over, he does not have an S or AS VOF, so we'll not flip him at his fire team side. And I think you'll only get flipped to the side if he takes a casualty result. If he takes a hit result that says F for fire team, then I think that's when he flips like that. So he cannot do this. So yeah, so there's some instructions here. Right, if a weapons unit runs out of ammunition and is a one-step unit and its fire team side has that, then these things are going to apply. Right, that doesn't apply to our units either. In fact, you know what? I don't even know what that applies to. Can we have an example of that somewhere, Grant? I don't know. Maybe not. Oh, there's one. Here's one, a 75mm IG. So weapons team, it's got H and L. So if it ran out of ammo, we could flip that over to its S side. Sorry, I'm wanting this bit. So if a weapon unit runs out of ammunition and is a one-step unit and its fire team side has an S or AS, flip the unit to its fire team side. So we would do that, and then in the cleanup phase, we would remove from play any such team if it is unspotted. Have any such team which is spotted attempt to leave the map by moving. Right, okay, so this is where this comes in. So it could be relevant to some units in there. It's just I've not came across them yet. I don't think I've seen that guy. Okay, that explains that bit. So the actual A with the arrow, the tripod ones, they're going to be marked with out ammo markers and might have some activity with that. That's right. Yeah, so just checking. Thought I might find more on the other page, but no. So what it basically means is if they're marked with out ammo markers, they just bash on as they are. And looking back at this again, if they were an A or a G or an HOF with an out ammo marker, they might well carry out that action there and fall back, possibly. Okay, that's cool. Well, that's going to be good for us as well. Right, what about ammo did we spend? We fired our bazooka. So one weapons, yeah. And that's all we did. The concentrate fire was from just a squad. And they've spent all their ammo as far as I'm aware. So they're now marked out ammo. And the good thing is that small arms fire. They're reducing it. So, and the assault team can't reach because it's point blank. So we're just moving on to clean up, aren't we? So clean up, remove that grenade mass, remove that concentrate fire, remove this exposed marker. That's now everything. In fact, I could probably squeeze that guy up there and make it look a bit better. And that's that. And then update VOS, PDFs. Well, we're still firing them with both in there. So with not with small arms Grant. We're now getting the heavy weapons from the mortar, and the machine gun's going to fire too, so we'll be spending ammo for that. We're still getting the crossfire for the 2 fires. They can still fire on us, but the best they've got is small arms because the assault team can't reach. So that all pound is going to upgrade to a 0. So not too bad, but yeah, it's got its little risks with that. Okay, right, that's everything in it. Activity level still plus, still engaged, I believe. Yeah, so we're going to move on to turn 7 now. Is that right? Yeah. Right, so we're getting through things. I guess we need to persevere, and obviously I did want to try and take this out, but I don't want another enemy popping up as well though, but I think we need to try and go for that. But I need... What I think I'll probably do now with first platoon is drop some stuff back and probably drop the... Well... Yeah, drop the platoon HQ back. Just leave the mortar there firing maybe. Yeah, we'll see. 13 minutes, but I stopped the video there, didn't I? So I want to see maybe... I don't know what I'm at. To be honest, I really need to charge my phone up as well, so I could do a break. So this might be the end of the part. I'll check how much, because I can't remember how much it was recorded before. But if it's not, if I've not recorded that much, I'll just go on pause. Okay? So I'll be back when I find that out with something. Right, cheers. Hi all. Right, turns out there's only 36 minutes in this video up to now, so I might as well push on a little bit. I do have to have the phone plugged in at the moment though, because it was dying, the battery. But I'll push on a little bit, get another 15-20 minutes done. So we were moving on to turn 7. So let's go. Hire HQ event, a friendly one. We do not get one. So looking across there, same again regarding commands. Well, we know we've got our XO back, but none of the rest matter. So it's just first platoon and the XO that matter. But I'll go through the process. So we'll draw for the COHQ. We will draw for that's the activation segment over, and then in the initiative segment we'll draw for the second platoon. We'll draw for the third. Yeah, no, that's fine. We'll draw for the third platoon, and then we'll draw for the first platoon, which matters. Oh, he's undercover this time. That's good. So +1 for being undercover. He's line quality though. So we'll draw the small number with a +1. We just drew one of them. I was hopeful of getting something better than that, at least a 2. But so 1 + 1 is 2, yeah, and he had none saved. Ugh, yuck. So that's kind of rubbish. However, we do have heavy weapons up there now with the mortar section, don't we? And as long as we're getting the crossfire, so we're looking at a -4 on the card. They still get the +2 for the moon, which gives them a -2 the way they're sitting at the moment, which isn't too bad. I feel like I want to send stuff back and move back though. Well, yeah, because we're running at time. Somewhere 7, 8, 9, 10. That's kind of 4 turns. Well, this doesn't look like we're getting much done though. One, 2, yeah, I've only got 2 commands. That's a problem. That is a problem. Well, how about... Yeah, we send... send send this squad, this 2-step squad down into here maybe with one action. Put that in again. Hot. And he's marked exposed. That was one action, so I've got one left. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I think I'm going to move back. Is that too soon to be sort of backing off? I mean, I'm going to have the bazooka that will sit there with the small arms if these guys run out of ammunition. Just still firing on the card. I've also got to watch it if I do come down for this potential contact and it becomes a contact. Right, okay, I'm going to spend the other command to back this guy off as well, but into the Orchard Grove here, I think. And just leave the rest of them there just now. So he's marked exposed as well. I'm not really sure what I'm thinking about here, to be honest. Well, I'm thinking about getting things onto these route points, and you might say, well, there's an assault team there, but the plan really is to get that assault team moving down. In fact, hang on. Yeah, see, if I did one other, well, mind you, I'd need 2 other commands, because we need to send the platoon HQ down to then give that an order. Well, maybe we'll get a general initiative on that. So that's his 2 commands spent that he had for first platoon. So it means I'm not done any concentrate fire or attempts with that bazooka yet, but if I get a better command draw next turn, I might launch a bazooka, then move the platoon HQ back, and then maybe send this guy or this guy down to here, and here we need these 2 occupied. Okay, so that's all of them, right? And then first sergeant would get 1 and then save it. XO, well, he's sitting at 2. He gets 1, he's at 3, but he's still in a pin status, so he's got to try and get out of that again. Well, we've done it okay the last time, so it's going to be, I'm going to spend 1 command to try and rally him. So it's a 3-card draw because he's a veteran. Looking for rally. No. Yes. Good stuff. Right. So we get the rally result. What more do we do? Do we try to concentrate fire again? I suppose we probably should. Yeah, okay, let's try another concentrate fire. So that's going to be 1 more command. He's got 1 left. We'll try a concentrate fire. This is a veteran squad. So, but we've got to randomly select between these 3. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, same left to right, top to bottom. We don't really want a 2. But then the other guys are, yeah, no, we still don't really want a 2. So out of 3, it was a 3. So it's going to be the bottom out of ammo fire team. And that's who we're attempting to concentrate fire on. And our attempt is a 3-card draw, because the squad is veteran. Yeah, so 3 cards looking for crosshairs. No. Let's reshuffle. Yes, but I'll draw the last card just in case it happens to be no. Right, so we got a success and we need to reshuffle the deck, so give me a sec. Okay, so concentrate fire on that bottom fire team. No, can't really stretch up there too much because I've still got the phone plugged in. But I think you can just about get that. You could zoom in though. That would have been a better idea. Okay, so he's got 1 command left, but I think we'll just save that one. Yeah, just going to save that last one. So now general initiative, so we wouldn't mind something here to maybe send this guy down. We are sitting at engaged, and a C, an engaged C, if we got lucky, would be only a 2-card draw, but even if it was a B, it'd be a 3-card draw, so not a bad chance of avoiding the contact. Right, so general initiative, small number, unmodified, but halved and rounded down. Oh, come on. So nothing again. Nah, that's bad. Right, let's push on. I think I could probably get through the turn here quite quickly, probably. Right, so draw for enemy higher HQ event. There is not one. Enemy activity. Hi all. Right, another interruption in here as I spotted another blunder. Okay, I didn't get quite so far on from this one when I realised, but it still means I've got to cut a little bit out here and redo this part, and it just so frustrating. But well, if you keep getting things wrong, Grant, and just another stupid, clumsy thing. So we're just about to move on to the enemy activity, and what Grant decides to do is, because these enemies up here are not pinned anymore, the 2 out of ammo fire teams and the assault team, that concentrate fire is there, yeah, that's right. I'm just trying to make sure I've reset the things. Because they weren't pinned anymore, Grant decides that we're going to use this, and I thought I might have got away with some of the draws, and then I thought it was a mess in the end. So obviously we went on at the end of the turn, but I need to redo this because these are lats. They're still an assault team and 2 fire teams. They're not good order units, so we still need to look under the lat pinned activity. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. So I'm just going to push on now. I'm really annoyed with myself, and the reason I found it out was because this assault team could potentially move. It could attempt to infiltrate onto one of the cards. Well, I suppose infiltrate. Well, no, it could be either one actually. And that's when I spotted it and I realised that, and I thought, well, now they should be looking at, and I was looking at the other side. What did they? Right, so I'm going to randomise between the 3. So again, we've got 1, 2, 3, and see what they do. So I've got a 3. So that's the bottom, the one that's got the concentrate fire on it. Assault fire team. And the reason I thought I might have got away with it is because it's a fire team and it's not pinned. I don't think it does anything here because. Well, I could zoom in and then just move this down a bit. Just to go through it, it's a fire team that's out of ammo and it's not under cover, right? So pinned on same card, no, it's not pinned, right? 2 or more assault or fire teams. Yeah, this one I thought might have been relevant at first because we do have 2 fire teams and an assault team. However, there's no leader involved. There's no leader with us, so we cannot do that, right? So it would be an automatic do that if there was a leader with us. So we can't do that. Assault team, well, this is a fire team we're looking at the minute, not the assault team. So, but we're going to come back to that. So no. So here's the fire team ones, and it's not undercover on an opposing unit's card, which is no, and undercover on an opposing unit's card. Let's try reading that again. On same cards as opposing unit. Not undercover on an opposing unit's card. Yeah, I mean, I've always taken that to mean what it probably means, Grant, that you've got you're on a card with an opposing unit, aren't you? Just the way I'm reading that just now, opposing unit's card. Used to say it's their card. Yeah, I think I'm doing a Grantos thing there. I'm just reading. We've read by them already, right? It's fine. Right, so fire team undercover an opposing unit. Well, it's not an opposing unit's card. It's not undercover either. And it's not a leader. It's not one of these. So we just had to look at that again. That's spotter, sniper, or weapon team on fire team side. So it's not that. Then we've got water team, paralyzed team. So none of them. So none of these work for the fire team at all. So he's going to do nothing. Okay? So then... well, there's no point in me randomising actually, is there? Because the other fire team's going to do nothing as well. Yeah. Because he's in the same state. So now the assault team, and this is where things could happen. I think there's a 50-50 chance of it, but... So, it's not pinned, it's not this. Here we are here, assault team. Assault team on an opposing unit's card, no. An assault team not on an opposing unit's card, yes. No leader. Out of 2, I'll either have to take no action or I'll infiltrate towards the closest opposing unit. So this is when I realised this, and I was like, oh, and then I thought, right, well, I definitely need to go back because we need to see if he might well do this, and it could change things quite a bit. Okay, so we're going to draw on a 2, and we don't really want a 2 here, but here we go. And what do you know? We get a 2. Okay, well, maybe I deserved it. Assault team, not an opposing unit's card, so infiltrate towards closest opposing unit. Okay. I think this is one that it might just randomise. And this is going to change things up mega, like. That's why I had to come back here, because things looked like they were progressing alright. And that was the fact that fire team, it took a hit result and it turned it into an assault team, which was, and now the fact it can make a move. So infiltrate towards the closest opposing unit. Well, it can go on either card, can't it? So I think it's just a random selection between the two. Well, maybe just double check that, Grant. Give me a sec. Movement enemy units are subject. That move are subject to the same restrictions. Well, we're infiltrating, so we're attempting to not be exposed, but you'll still move on the card exposed. Activity checks. Fallback priorities. No, I think we just randomise between the two. I mean, obviously, if one was closer than the other, well, you could only move one card anyway. So, yeah, there's nothing to decide which one here. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it just goes to either one. So I'm going to randomise between this card and this card. So this is a 1. This is a 2. Now I'm just stalling there because I don't want to make any more blunders. I only know silly ones like that before. Are you sure that we should be just picking randomly between these two cards, Grant? I think so. Yeah, okay, so this is a 1, this is a 2. We've drawn a 2, which I don't think I did want that one, or did I? Well, actually, maybe I did. Right, so he's gonna infiltrate, or attempt to infiltrate, these line quality onto this card. Move these guys across. Actually, I like having us on the left and them on the right. Don't ask me why, but so, and his infiltrate attempt is just going to be a 1 card draw because he's green. So it normally be 2, but it's modified by -1. So drawing for infiltrate, he does not get it, so that's good. So he still gets to move on that card. He's exposed. Now what happens then Grant? Right, I want to say we stop firing on the other card then, don't we? The problem is, he does not stop firing on us. Right, I better be clear about this. So continuing to fire. An engaged unit will continue to fire to the same card until... Right, I'm just considering my units here, or my squad that's firing up first. A spotted unit from the opposing side enters its card. Units automatically shift fire to any spotted opposing units that enter their card. Yeah. Unless some units are not capable of point blank fire. Yeah. So we stop firing on the open fields on the hill there, and we start firing on him, and he fires back, but I'm pretty sure. So there's a PDF there, that's the small arms coming from there. We are now firing small arms on him. Come on then, where are you? Oh, my weapons open, there's one. Right, so we've got small arms on him. Put it there. And he's got automatic weapons on us. And here. Right, is this right? I think so. And the small arms are still coming from outside the card, and they don't care. Well, actually it doesn't matter in this situation. If this had been our units that were firing, they would continue to fire as well, wouldn't they? And I'll tell you what else happens as well. The crossfire comes off. That makes that slightly worse. Yes. No, it's not great. But I think that's right. I think that's what happens. Right, let's push on. Right, so that was activity. Hopefully done properly this time. Capture, retreat. No fire missions. No potential contacts that we're on yet. No. Pinned recovery. No, there's nothing pinned, not under VOF. Right, so combat. Here we go. Right, well, as usual, do my guys first. So the worst fire for us is going to be the automatic weapon. So the small arms coming on here doesn't do anything. So we're getting a -1. That's their attack on us. But we're getting, hang on, let's get the moon up there. Right, so we're getting +2 for the cards cover, +1 for the actual basic cover that we've found. It's 3, and then +2 for the moon, so it's +5. And then we're getting automatic weapons. So it's a +4 on both our squad and our XO. So I'll draw for the squad first on a +4. There's a miss, good. We want another one of them. And on a +4, there's a miss, good. Right, that's a relief then. Yeah, so that's our guys checked. So I know it's strange, but I'm going to go back up here now. And see what we're getting with them. So they've got 2 fire teams. One's got concentrated fire on it, another one is not. Let's move the moon. Oh, you're going to have to move it back. Right, but it's just the routine that I go through. So fire team +0, you get +2 for the moon. And then, so it's a -3 for the fire. So he's getting a -1, and then this guy's going to get a -2 because he's got the concentrated fire. So we'll do the first one with a -1. And that's a hit, good. So the first one, the one up top there, is green on a hit as PP, so he's paralysed. So that's good as well. So paralysed team, well, that out ammo now can now come off. Fire team can go away. Hang on. Right, got interrupted, had a phone call. What was I doing? Yeah, that was a paralysed team. Yeah, and pinned, Grant. So that's me checked that one, so now I'm going to check this one, yeah? I feel like that's a bad time to get a phone call. Yeah, I checked our guys first, and then rather than check this gym, I went back to check there, didn't I? And just checked them one at a time. Yeah, I've not checked the other one, have I? I drew PP because he was green, and the card before that was his hit. He was getting a -1, wasn't he? Which would be a hit. Was it a -1? Well, let's just double check again, Grant. He wasn't pinned. He was getting a +2 and a -3. He was -1, yes. So now I'm checking this guy, fire team. He's getting a -2 because he's got the concentrate fire. Is that right? Yes. So -2 for him. Let's see if we can get rid of him as well. -2's the pin. Well, at least he's pinned, I suppose. So, well, they're both pinned. That's a paralysed team. Yeah. That's fine. The concentrate fire is just going to come off anyway. Right, and then moving down to this guy, bringing the moon back down. He's exposed, so he's got a +2 for the card, +2 for the moon. He's not got any base cover himself. He's getting a -2 for that. That's a +2, and then we're only hitting him with small arms. So he's actually a +2. That's not so good. Right, let's see if we can get something then. So we're a +2. Oh, it's a bad card. Oh, it's a hit. It's a hit. Excellent. So an assault team, he's green. He's only one step green. Water team, that's perfect. That's been a great. Well, although I had to rewind things a little bit there, that's water team great. So that assault team comes away for a water team. And he's pinned. And well, he's still exposed at the moment. And these fire teams and assault team can go away. That was really good. Okay, so that's the combat done. Ammo. Now I'll need to watch here because I've already done that. I've already done this because all the results were slightly different because I messed up that activity check. So the mortar spent on ammo, and then there's also that heavy machine gun in there that's spent on ammo, and there's none of the fire teams. Oh no, there is. Fire team's still there. There's still a fire team there, but it's just out of ammo. Okay, but we don't track any of that anyway. That's fine. Okay, all good there. And then update ammo and then remove things. Remove concentrate fire. This exposed marker. Got a couple of exposed markers here. These are the units that we moved down. That's right, yeah. And update PDF's VOS, right. This is still firing into there with heavy weapons. This is still firing. That is still an assault team. A fire team, yeah. So that's still firing here with, not with small arms though, because it's pinned. So all pinned onto the card from the outside. We are still firing onto this litter team. However, a litter team cannot fire back. So that's just one way. So his automatic weapons goes away, but we still got small arms on the litter team. And we can move them in away. Okay. Another fix. I couldn't believe it when I seen that. Yeah, it's just hard to keep it all going together, isn't it? But then again, some things just look so daft when you do them, Grant. You think, how did you do that? Anyway. Right, so I believe that was still turn 7. So that is us moving on to turn 8. I think, is that right? Yes. So 8, 9 and 10 to go. Okay. Right, so I'm going to cut that there, and then I'm going to have to cut a little bit off the end. I think it was only 10 or 15 minutes, to be honest. And then put this bit on the end of it. So there'll be a cut in between. I'll put some comment in there as well, hopefully. And yeah, and we'll go from there. This was part 11 then, wasn't it? Was it? Yeah, I think so. So I'll be back to start part 12 shortly, okay? Which will be the start of turn 8. Okay, cheers.